Hi everyone, it's Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Now I'm hiding in here from the baby and from all the other kids. Most of them are at school, but I thought I would less likely be interrupted in here. We're about to go to playgroup this morning, but before we went to playgroup, I thought I would go through my end of November empties. So this is all Scentsy that I have been using for the last 2 weeks of November. Normally I'd probably have more melt bars in here, but I do have a friend that's staying at the moment. She's prone to headaches, so I've been trying not to have scent as strong as what I normally would have, downgrading into the main area of 1 bar instead of 2 bars. A lot of the time when she's home, unless she's at work, then I will go gung-ho. And I did have a bit of a head cold for a little bit, so there were a couple of days I was not warming. So this is purely just Scentsy stuff. I will do a separate video on my non-Scentsy items, but even though I did warm some vendor stuff, I didn't get through much this month, so I'll probably leave that to next month till I've got a little bit more in vendor. But let's delve into my Scentsy empties, shall we? So we're going to start off with non-wax products. So we used up a dish soap in Cider Mill. I love this scent. It's just a combination of a fruity apple cider. The scent notes are actually apple pumpkin and spices. My friend that's staying with me isn't quite so keen on this because she doesn't like cinnamon scents. She doesn't like spicy scents. But if this were ever to come in a wax bar, it was, I guess, one stage in a wax bar in Australia because it has been in Bring Back My Bar voting. It just hasn't been voted back into Bring Back My Bar. But if it were to ever come back, I would buy it by the truckload. I would Scentsy Club it. The next thing I finished off was the Scentsy Clean from my laundry bundle or the Scent Soft in Scentsy Clean fragrance, not flavor, we don't eat it. So this is basically just a clean, crisp laundry scent. I like something a little bit extra added. I'm not, let's just say plain laundry scents aren't in my wheelhouse, but if you grab a laundry scent and add a floral to it or a fruit to it, then I really, really love it. I enjoyed this, but I didn't love this. I will say though, out of fragrances, this was probably one of the stronger ones I found in our laundry. So if you like clean, crisp, brisk laundry scents, unfortunately this one is no longer available, but I would suggest maybe giving Clothesline a try. Clothesline would probably be the closest to what this was, as this particular scent is actually retired. Another laundry scent that is no longer available, this was from our Paradise collection earlier on in the year, and that was Fiji Flower. Now this is beautiful. It is tropical with like that powdery floral to it and that tropical fruit. Very clean smelling. I love this in the laundry. I will say though, I also loved it in the pods, but I do have the Scentsy bar in my Scentsy Club and I am considering taking the bar out. I have got no scent through when I have put the bar in. I'm leaving one to cure to try before I make up my decision, and smelling the bars, they don't just smell as good as they do in the laundry. So I think for this particular scent, this is one that I would gravitate more towards laundry and body care than I would to wax bars. So there is a high possibility that wax bar will end up coming out of my Scentsy Club when I do my big Scentsy Club edit. I need to warm that last bar though before I make a decision on that. So, also from that Paradise collection, there was a scent called Coconut Daiquiri. So I used up the body scrub in this. This is another one I thought I would really love based on the scent note descriptions. It's very tropical. You do have that coconut, but it's also got a boozy note behind it. And I'm not a big fan of that boozy note that I can smell in this. So while I enjoyed Coconut Daiquiri in the sugar scrub, I didn't really love it. So I used up completely, this lasted about 3 months though, I must say, a fragrance flower, and I think this was Fiji Flower too, I think. Or was it? I've got a couple of fragrance flower in here. So I had Iridescent Pearl going, I had Fiji Flower going, and I had Agave and Blue Nectar. So I think I shared the Iridescent Pearl last empties, and I think this was the Fiji Flower one, but I can't remember because I had all 3 of those fragrant flowers going at the same time. I generally put one of my fragrance flowers in the toilet where there's no power outlets, one in the laundry and one in the bathroom. Each of the fragrance flowers lasts about 3 months for me. In the hotter weather, I do find it evaporates faster, but I got really great longevity out of these last 3. So there's one of them. And this actually, I think, is the one that was Fiji Flower because it didn't want to die. Yes, this was Fiji Flower. So it didn't, the oil just didn't want to evaporate in this. So it got to the stage where the petals, as you can see, were starting to fall off because it was used for that long. So one of them was Fiji Flower, and I'm pretty sure the other one was Blue Agave and Nectar of those 2 fragrance flowers. So I've only got 1 lot of pods in here. Eskimo Kiss, these were in my Scentsy Go. They have been running and running and running. Eskimo Kiss has now been renamed to Polar Bear Hugs. So this is blackberry jam and caramelized brown sugar, but it comes off smelling very fresh and sweet. I always call it my pot puree scent because it brings me back to playing as a young child in the botanical gardens in those big tubs of pot puree, and my grandmother's house where she had tubs of pot puree all through her house. This is what this scent reminds me of. Absolutely love it. So I don't know why I'm smelling the pods because there's nothing left. I kept these running and running and running until I had nothing left. So let's talk about wax bars. As I said, not as many as what I would normally have, but I still did get through some warming. So I have in the main area just the 1 bar and a little bit of vendor wax, which I'll talk about later in the kitchen coming off that. December's current scent of the month. So this is this month's current scent of the month, and that is Black Forest Pine. If you read the scent notes, there is actually no pine in this. It says dark fir balsam, sweet smoked vanilla, peppered tangerine. But when you break down the scent notes into the catalogue region 1 has, I do think there is pine in some of the notes as well. But the fact that it's a fir balsam in the description is why, to me, I think this smells not as strong a pine as some other pine scents. It does have a sweetness about it. It also has that dark, deep woodsy, smoky smell. And I actually quite enjoy this. I'm surprised at how much I enjoyed this. It's a decent performer. This one bar fills up my open concept quite well. Normally I'd put 2 bars of a scent in my open concept, but I can smell this with my 1 bar in the open concept. As I said, I'm trying to be mindful and downgrading to 1 bar of some of the stronger scents while my friends are around, but it's still really nice, particularly for this time of year coming into Christmas. So I wanted to, after not feeling so well and recuperating from that bit of a head cold, the kids had it too, so I did a big clean out of the lounge room, and I wanted to basically refreshen up the house, make it smell, I guess, clean as well as me cleaning. So I wanted that clean vibe to continue. Normally when I do that, I will reach for a citrus or a mint scent, but I wasn't really in the mood for those scents at the time. So I thought, what could I put in the main concept area that would smell clean, make it smell like the house was refreshed? So I decided to go for a bar of pink cotton. So I know I said I normally don't gravitate towards laundry scents, but if I were to ever choose a laundry scent, this would be it. You get that cream crisp laundry, but it has a pink berry in it. And when this is warming, that pink berry really transforms that crisp, clean, adding just a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of perfumey note. And this is so pretty. I normally warm this in my bedroom, but I decided to put it in the main area, and it hummed in the background beautifully. It gave that vibe I was looking for of a clean, crisp, clean house. Totally loved this. So, because it's summer here, and it's quite hot here in Mount Isa, I have been gravitating towards more summery scents. So I have done this combination before, and I have talked about this combination before. I no longer have 2 of the bars because I didn't put them in my Scentsy Club, or I only put them in to grab a couple of the bars. But I had to do this combination because I just felt like bright, I felt like summery. So this combination that I really do enjoy, I'm hoping at least one of these bars comes back next season. I don't think one will because it was in the clearance section, but one wasn't, so I'm hoping the other one will come back because I can always find something maybe that's a little bit complimentary. So I did a mixture of tangerine creamsicle, lemon sorbet, and vanilla waves. This is a beautiful combination. I've done tangerine creamsicle and vanilla waves together and really enjoyed it, but adding that lemon sorbet just gives it that bit of extra lift, that little bit of extra brightness. So tangerine creamsicle is basically a strong tangerine citrus scent. It has a little bit of vanilla in it. It is too, for my liking, a little bit too citrus. I'm not the biggest fan of citrus, but I can see where it's going and I can see where I want it to go. I just wanted a little bit more of vanilla with this, which is why I like to mix vanilla waves with this particular scent. Vanilla waves to me is the bakery scent for summer. So if, for me, bakery scents I tend to warm more in winter, but this one I actually gravitate towards in summer because to me it smells like it's got a salty sea air note to it, and it's vanilla. To me it smells like you're chowing down on a fresh vanilla ice cream at the beach. That's what picture I get in my head every time I smell this. I smell summer. I smell slurping down those ice creams at the beach when I go visit my dad with the kids. So this kind of just amps up that vanilla, making this less in my face citrus for me. And then lemon sorbet. Lemon sorbet to me smells like those lemonade ice blocks. It's a sweet, bright lemon flavor. So mix these three, I kind of get this picture in my head that I'm coming in off the beach after having a swim, after enjoying the beach for the day, and walking into an ice cream shop. Not the packaged ice cream shops, those ice cream shops where you see all the sorbets and all the fresh ice creams on display, and you're choosing your ice cream to put in your cone. That's kind of the image I have when I am smelling them. So also in the main living area, I did a couple of bars of We're All Mad Here. This to me is the scent that got me addicted to Scentsy Club. I smelt this scent and it's what actually drew my decision into opening Scentsy Club. Little then did I know that my Scentsy Club would grow to be so big, but this hasn't come back since I added it to my Scentsy Club, and this was when I first joined in February of 2020. I do hope it comes back one day, because I didn't know how much I'd love Scentsy Club. I didn't know that I'd probably want more bars than I added. I only added one every quarter, but it is beautiful. It has this effervescent note. It is sweet and tart and fruity. Perfect for summer. So I do believe that was the main open concept area. So let's talk about other areas. So my bedroom, a bar of Cozy Cardigan. This is a staple for me in my bedroom. It's musky, it's perfumey, it's romantic, it's soft. Roses, cozy cashmere. It's just the type of scent I love to lay in the bedroom and relax to. It's also quite romantic in my mind. So in the main bedroom, cashmere and corduroy. This to me is a sister scent of Cozy Cardigan, and if this were to ever retire, it would go straight into my Scentsy Club. Again, you've got that warm corduroy cashmere type note. You've got that perfumey muskiness, but this is a little bit, to me, more mature, more deeper, because it does have bergamot in it, so it's a little bit more perfumier, if that makes sense. Lisa Rowberry kind of compared, this one is the more mature one and this one is the younger sibling. I kind of get, in my mind's eye, a little bit of an opposite. I kind of don't think they're siblings. I kind of think they're the same lady. I kind of am going in the opposite vibe. I'm going Cozy Cardigan as the lady where she's just starting out. She's very flirty. This is a little bit more powdery, so I can get where Lisa Rowberry is going, as it's a little bit more mature. But then I'm thinking cashmere and corduroy is, as she's grown a bit older, she knows what she's want. Because to me, this just has a little bit more of a depth to it. They're both really beautiful, and I actually haven't mixed them yet, but I have been told that this would be a beautiful mix. So, going with my fresh mode, when I had Pink Cotton going in my bedroom, I had a bar of Fearless by Nature going. Again, I wanted fresh, but I kind of blew through mint last the fortnight before this, and that tends to be the scent I tend to pick when I am going fresh. I just wanted a bit of a change, and I think this was around the time I wasn't feeling too crash hot. So this is a sweet herbal woodsy scent. It does have a bit of eucalyptus in it, so that fresh just kind of brightened up the air in my room. I did put this back into my Scentsy Club. At one stage I did stock up when it was in the clearance section and took it out of my Scentsy Club, and then it came back and I popped it back into my Scentsy Club because it's such a unique scent. It's one of those woodsy scents that's very different to a lot of the other woodsy scents we tend to get. So, going in my daughter's room, I finished up the citrus pear cider. Now, I love cider scents, but to me, cider scents need to have that cinnamon. They need to have that spice. They need to have that warmth. Don't get me wrong, this was very nice. It was a fresh, crisp pear apple scent, and then you got that tart cider note. To me, this was more of a cider scent you would warm in summer than in winter. So if you're looking for a cider scent to enjoy in summer, because this is fresh, crisp and bright, this would be it. This is also a really strong performer. This is from our Home for the Holidays collection here in Region 3. I popped it in my daughter's room and it trickled out up the hallway and filled up the whole open concept area, even though I wasn't warming it in the open concept area. So I think at the time I actually didn't have warmers going in the open concept area, but I didn't need them because this trickled from my daughter's room and filled up my open concept area. So that's just an idea of how strong this particular scent performs. And in the last bar, in the laundry bathroom area, I did a few cubes of bayberry and currant. One I did samples for, and two went into the laundry and bathroom area. So on cold, I really enjoy this. There's a sweetness on this that I really enjoy. There's a freshness. When I'm warming this, I struggle for this, to be honest. This is from our Scents of the Season collection. When I'm warming this, that tart currant comes through and it takes on a very herbal note. It's just a little bit too herbal for me, a little bit too tart for my liking, so this wouldn't be a repurchase for me. I still have this whole bar to get through and another whole bar. So I have 1.5 bars to get through, and I have a feeling this is going to be one that's going to be a bit of a struggle to me. I may even gift the other full bar. It will be one that will stay in the laundry and bathroom area in small quantities just so I can get through it. And saying that though, I'm the minority. There are so many people that really, really love this. My nose just doesn't enjoy this one. So I just must be in the minority and picking up that tart currant note that a lot of people don't like in the currant. I can pick that up where it is what is turning me off. But it's a favorite for a lot of people. So let's talk about my oils that I have been diffusing. So eucalyptus, so this is just a straight out eucalyptus. This was going when I wasn't feeling too crash hot, along with eucalyptus, lavender and mint. None of our oils have any medicinal quality to them. They're just the type of scents I reach for when I'm not feeling crash hot. These are all just for fragrance enjoyment. So I did some, and I think I almost used this up. I think I may have one use left of rosewood and vanilla. I do apologize, my friend's kids out there playing with the tools, making noise. So Rosewood and vanilla is what I had going with cashmere and corduroy and cozy cardigan in my diffusers here. It's warm, it's earthy, a little bit woodsy, a little bit perfumey, a little bit sweet. And then as a combination with my Christmas tree scents, I mixed in the same diffuser Under the Mistletoe and Buttered Rum. Under the Mistletoe would probably be my favorite out of that holiday collection, and Buttered Rum my second favorite. Under the Mistletoe is a sweet Christmas tree scent, has a little bit of a berry note to me with it, and Buttered Rum is just that. It's a decadent bakery sugary scent. Mix these two together in the same diffuser, smell absolutely amazing. If they had a scent bar with these mixed, it would smell absolutely amazing. It smells like Christmas. So that's what I have been getting through for the end of November. I hope you liked what I have been warming. I'm going to sign off quickly before that grinder goes again. I do apologize for the grinding in the background, and I will speak to you all later. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.